start of the final day of the Langtang trail, Langtang trek. We've had a very nice night at Woodland Hotel there. Very basic, old school trekking lodge. I think the only addition is electricity from 40 years ago. And nice atmosphere, lovely hosts, and a nice crowd of people in last night. So yeah, today's the last day. We're out of energy really, and trekking gets you like that. It's the best of times and the worst of times really. The best experience by far, but then it's also tough work, and I find I don't recover on the trail, so it's just constant energy draining until I'm almost exhausted. So finishing at the right time, back to Chaprabasi for the night, and then tomorrow we'll be on the bus to Kathmandu. Another beautiful morning, not a cloud in the sky again, and the sun's already on Langtang Liron up here. Looks impossibly high, 7,200 metres, but it just looks ridiculously high. I just can't imagine the effort you need to get up the top of that. Some people can manage it, they're just built differently I guess, but I'm quite happy down here. It's absolutely magnificent. Just past Riverside again on the way down. We saw the owners there. The woman had a toothache and they asked for painkillers on the way up, and we gave them some on the way down as well. You know, the nearest dentist is, I don't know where the nearest dentist is. So it's a hard life for people here.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. A beautiful big cherry tree here, coming into leaf. Yeah? I just had a nice Americano at Lama Hotel, and heading down now to Bamboo, but we'll soon be on some new path that we haven't done on this trek before. Very nice climate, very nice temperature, lovely and warm, shorts and t-shirt, blue sky. Apart from this cough, absolutely fantastic. Now dropping down steeply to Bamboo, and surrounded by lots of bamboo. Around about this altitude it always seems to come in, which is about 2,000, just under 2,200 metres, 2,400 metres. Lovely to see, gives the place a very exotic feel. This is the most lovely path, winding around the hillside, nice and wide, not rocky. Still going through some rhododendron here, which is, I think, is more in flower than it was on the way up. I think it's getting into its full peak season. Red ones here, but we've seen pink, white. Well, I know it's not going to move, but I just feel I should walk quickly under this one. Just absolutely massive overhanging boulder. These are the benches that the porters used to rest their bags on. They built it at the right height so they could rest the bag or the basket without having to take it off. And because it's a heck of a job getting these things on and off. They used to be everywhere, absolutely everywhere on these trails. And now, increasingly, they're disappearing or falling down or just being bypassed by different routes. Still extremely useful and a kind of relic of the past age of when many porters used to come up this track. And this is a memorial to an Israeli trekker who died hit by an avalanche after the earthquake in the spot here. And the search team came from Israel and looked for several days and finally found him and took his body back to Israel. We're on a new path now, so we're seeing new parts of the river, and this part is absolutely spectacular. It goes down in a series of cascades, hundreds of meters down. It's absolutely magnificent. Surrounded by this alder growing here and bamboo. It's heaven on earth, really. It's hard to imagine a more impressive and spectacular place. More natural, more full of earth energy than this place. We're dropping down the bamboo and we've come into what feels more like jungle to me rather than forest. I know there's no special definition of what's what. They call everything jungle here, but it's got that more humid and a tropical feel about it here. As higher up it's much more, feels more temperate. Species that are familiar from Europe, but here it all looks different and feels different. It's enchanting, it's mesmerising, and this path down through it is a joy. Well, they say what goes up must come down, but in Nepal it's what goes down must go up. When you're going downhill in Nepal, there's never down, down, down. There's always going to be a bit of up. And here we are climbing out of bamboo. Quite steep, quite a long uphill before we can carry on going down again. That's life here. It's either up or it's down. There's literally no level at all in these areas. We've got this steady, slow, post-Dalbat walk down the valley here, through this enchanting jungle, alive with sound of insects and birds. Nobody on the trail at all. Like everybody travels in the morning, so they've already passed this point. They tend to leave Chaprabasi in the morning, so in the afternoon it's empty, pretty much, just the odd person. But this is my heaven, this kind of thing, this foresty jungle, big trees, tangled, all sorts of shapes, and then the river flowing, ever present down there. This section of trail washed away in the monsoon a few years ago, and we managed to reconstruct it with stones, gabion stones. Quite nice now. It's the closest you can get to the river, probably on the whole route. I believe there used to be some hot springs here as well, but they were destroyed by the monsoon. Here's the junction of the path that goes up to Tulashafru and Gosekund. Our intention was to go there, but Nepal has beaten us in a good way. Quite happy now just to walk down the valley to Chaprabasi and call it a day. We've been out for 13 days and we're complete. Well, we're coming near the end of the trek now. I think once we cross that bridge we're on a dirt road for the rest of the way, so it's all very easy. I think there's some kind of hydro scheme there. There's the new bridge, and that one there is the old bridge. Pretty sure I used that one in 2010. This bridge in 2019 was almost destroyed by the earthquake damage, but it was usable, but it was extremely dodgy. It hadn't been replaced, but it's been replaced now. To the end of the trek now. 6 days on Langtang, including one rest day. 6 days on Tamang Heritage, including one rest day. We started on a very, very, very steep road, 800-meter climb to Gatlang, finishing on a dusty, scruffy little industrial road used to access hydro scheme and various industrial stuff. Been absolutely brilliant. Loved every minute of it, even the hard bits, even the time when I thought my legs were going to collapse coming down from Nagtali. The old path used to go on that side of the valley there. That's the one I used in 2010 when I came. And now this road's been built, it's just completely bypassed and it's not really being maintained anymore. So landslides are coming and it's slowly falling into disrepair. Looking forward to a shower now, and nice restful afternoon and evening. And here we are back in Shakurbesi, and that's the end of the road. It's been awesome, it's been epic. Thanks for coming along on the journey, hope you've enjoyed it.